Hello, and welcome to my couch. I don't need a reason to be recording from my couch like this, but I just wanted to say, this is how it's done. Why not relax? You know what I mean? But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I was thinking a lot about Phoebe. You know Phoebe from Friends? I was thinking a lot about Phoebe yesterday. And specifically I was thinking about Phoebe because yesterday they came and did like the mandatory fire inspection in my building, where they come and they test your fire alarms, your smoke alarms to make sure they're working, yada yada yada. And mine was all good to go. And then at 9 o'clock, right before I was like 9 p.m., right before I was like getting ready to go to bed, my fire alarm started beeping randomly. And lucky for me, I was able to just like push the button and it stopped beeping and I was able to sleep at night. But like I was this close to falling in again, this like a split particle moment from falling into the timeline where I lived out that episode of Friends where Phoebe is up all night because her smoke alarm won't stop beeping. And I was just praying to the smoke alarm gods that wouldn't happen, because I haven't really slept well this week and I was so tired, and just before I was going to go to bed, the smoke alarm thing happened. So but luckily I didn't fall into the Phoebe smoke alarm timeline. But I was just thinking a little bit about Phoebe, and I think if I was ever to watch Friends again, which I probably won't. I watched a lot of Friends in my life, and well, actually, one of the reasons that I watched Friends is because of Matthew Perry. He's so funny, and I'm convinced that mirroring his comedy is one of the reasons that I find myself so entertaining. Not to credit him, I'm crediting myself, but he's definitely an inspiration of mine. He was always the one that I was watching that show for, just because of his like amazing use of sarcasm, because I love irony and dry humor and sarcasm. And so when I would watch that show, I was always paying very much close attention to him. But I wasn't really paying much close attention to Phoebe, which is ironic because Phoebe is me. I don't know about you, but if I was to watch Friends again, I would do it in celebration of Matthew Perry's life, rest in peace, but I also would do it to just watch Phoebe like a hawk, because Phoebe is the embodiment of everything that like the colonial, not everything, sorry, I shouldn't misspeak about that, but she is like a representation of so much that the colonial structure in which we live rejects, because Phoebe is seen as the outcast, but she is the witch. She is the weird witch who's like floaty or whatever, and she's just the best. Like yeah, so I was just thinking about Phoebe and how I resonate with Phoebe. But now I'm thinking about Matthew Perry, and I'm like, thanks, Matthew. I'm sorry that you lost the struggle to addiction, but comedic genius, that guy. That's how I feel about it. And so, but the other thing I wanted to say, which is a little bit more unfortunate, but requires acknowledgement. Because, I mean, it's not just that show. It's a lot of the shows in, like, the 90s. I actually can't watch that show anymore. Maybe I should just watch a compilation of PHOEBE moments on YouTube, because I can't actually watch the show anymore because it's too homophobic. And I don't know. I don't even really say that as a criticism. I'm more so just stating a fact, because it actually still is a very entertaining show. And there are parts of it that were so good. But I can't do it anymore, because now that I know I'm queer and I watch that show, I can't help but see, like, the double standards that were like, so prevalent. And it was so tricky because there were, like, side characters who were lesbians, but there were a lot of, like, I don't know if I'd call it double standards. There was a lot in that series, in the series of Friends, there was a lot of the word is escaping me. There was a lot of perpetuation of lesbian stereotypes, first of all. It really, oh my gosh, I can't remember this word, and I use this word all the time. Oh, fetishization. There was a lot of fetishization of lesbians, which is true, which was so interesting, because it was, like, kind of a gaslight, which sometimes can be, like, good for comedy, I guess. But it also, in the 90s, like, acted as a gaslight in some ways. So there's a lot of fetishization of lesbians and just women being gay together. And then there was also a lot of homophobia surrounding, like, men liking each other. So, yeah, I can't really watch it anymore, but I will always love PHOEBE, because PHOEBE is an inspiration. PHOEBE is an inspiration because nothing really stops her from being who she is. And I bet PHOEBE has been with women. Just saying.